Blog Talk Radio.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another Soul Sisters show with host Sue Schumacher and myself, Anoulla. We are longing to participate with you as always. And today we have Thursday, April 23rd, and we are live calling worldwide radio show. So if you want to call in, call us at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and you can call in and ask questions, or why not get a free mini reading live on air. We are going to have open lines today, and we are going to talk a little bit about the veil. So stay tuned with us. And please, if you call in, remember to press 1 on the keypad on your device to be placed in queue, and we can see that you want to talk with us live on the show. And we know that we have a bunch of you already sitting in the queue and waiting, and we are going very soon to start taking calls. We are just going to make some announcements and talk a little bit. And I'm Anne, coming to you live from Stockholm, Sweden. And on today's show, as I said, we are going to hold open lines and talk a little bit about the veil is thin and getting thinner. So give us a ring at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number and press 1 on your keypad if you want to talk with us live on the show. And if you haven't listened to us before, sorry for my voice, we are the show that discusses the Akashic records, soul realignment, healing modalities in general, and of course we are passionate about talking about any and all spiritual topics. And we are always a live call-in worldwide radio, so that's why we are asking you to call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and if you want to talk with us live on the show, press 1. And we want to honor everyone who are listening to us, and we have listeners in 18 countries and growing, so we're very proud of that, and we very honored that people want to hear us, what we have to say. And you can visit us on YouTube, search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio directly on YouTube. And if you like us, please help us grow, subscribe to our channel. And you can keep yourself updated on upcoming shows on YouTube and also full past episodes from this year and forward. Now, let me bring on my co-host for Soul Sisters today, Sue, all the way from Arizona, U.S. Hi, Sue. How are you?
Hi, Sissy. I'm doing good. Just trying to get rid of this sinus thing going on. I'm sure everyone could understand. You have some stuff out there, too, don't you? So,
yeah, we have pollen.
Yeah.
I'm actually not allergic, but I do get affected a little bit. So that's why I'm having a bad voice today.
Yeah, me too. I'm having a bad voice.
So once again, I know that we have a bunch of you on the board here waiting in the queue to talk to us, so we are so honored. So just be a little bit patient. And if you want to call in yourself, who haven't called in yet, now is a great time to get your spot in the queue. Call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number. And if you'd like to connect with me, Anne, or Sue, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And why not go to scrollsofthesoul.com to find out all there is about us on our website. And before we move on with today's show, I know that my Sissy wants to recap what last show was all about.
No, do I? Do I really?
I think
okay.
so.
All right, just a small summary. So we're taking on numbers as part of a topic. About every third week of the month, we decided to speak about numbers, and one of the things we started was the angel numbers. And of course, anyone who notices numbers clearly would know, the 1, 2, 3, 4-digit numbers we all tend to observe. So last week I think we got through, angel number 111 and 222. And as we proceed, we'll get through some of the other denominations, as well as different aspects of numerology. That's going to be another area we discuss. Numbers are kind of fascinating, aren't they, Sissy? And their meaning.
They are.
And once you start seeing them, you just can't unsee. You see them everywhere. And the one of the I think the most powerful answer would be when you see them, you know that you're receiving a message, and that look them up. When you start seeing them, because it's a clear indicator that you're being tapped on the shoulders, so to speak. And so pay attention, because there's definitely messages with numbers. So, yeah, that was last week. And like Ann said, we are the show that discusses the Akashic Records, soul realignment, healing modalities in general. And of course, we just love to chat and talk to everyone about all spiritual topics. Soul realignment, of course, is our passion. And that's what we try to discuss the first of every month.
Yeah. And I also want to say to anyone, if you want to listen to past episodes or you missed the last show or whatever, we have a lot of past episodes. So you can go to scrollsofthesoul.com/past. scrollsofthesoul.com/past. Or you can find full past episodes on YouTube if you search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio on YouTube.
Right. And really go in, if you do go in and subscribe, please. We would appreciate that. We're always trying to raise our numbers as best we can. And Ann does a lot of beautiful work over there, setting up beautiful imagery along with the show. So, yeah, if you're looking for something to do and you haven't had a chance to listen to the show, definitely go over there. All right. So we know today is open line, but we always do try to pick a little something to talk about when we have open lines. And today, what we had decided we would talk about, we titled it, "The Veil is Thin and Getting Thinner." And I think for those in the spiritual community, as well as those who are not in the spiritual community, are starting to see and feel and know that there's something going on in the atmosphere. And I don't just mean as far as this virus, so to speak. I think a lot more people are starting to wake up and kind of get that sense that, something's going on. And so
Yeah.
the title, of course, like I said, is "The Veil is Thin and Getting Thinner." And so,
Yeah.
what is the veil? That's the question. What is the veil?
It's a good question. What is it?
Right. I think the best place to begin looking at this topic is by answering the question, what the heck is the veil, anyways? And the veil is first and foremost a metaphor. I think everyone can agree with that. It is because the veil is an illusion of time and space. It's the highest truth, and the highest truth of who you really are. The veil is essentially the barrier between you and the physical and spiritual realms. And with that, I can just take it in so many directions, so I'm trying to keep it tight here. With that, for instance, I'm going to use last week's show as a for instance. So last week's show was about numbers, right? And that's a good way to start to say, okay, I'm seeing numbers all over the place. What does that mean? That's an indicator for anyone to say, okay, the veil, so to speak, the invisible veil is starting to drop, and we're starting to become more aware, self-aware, and to know and understand that there's more out there than what we see in our day-to-day life, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that barrier, the barrier is starting to come down. We are, besides being physical beings, we are spiritual beings. And I think this is probably a good time where a lot of people are spending time at home, and maybe we're just not being given much choice but to have to try to start to see. And so our reality basically is merely an illusion, if you want to say it that way.
Yeah.
The thinning of the veil, we live in a time period in which the veils are naturally thinning due to ongoing ascension. And that's, like I said, again, when I just go back to the numbers, when we start to recognize there's that natural progression, that ascension that starts to occur within all of us. And I think it triggers that wanting to know, that sense that we want to know. And I think in many aspects of life, as we grow older, and some of the newer generations too, I'm starting to see this where they're coming in with this ability that may have taken some of us a few years to get to. Some of the younger generations are coming in already being able to see and have that knowledge.
That's fascinating.
It's kind of a fascinating area because it's about waking up. And in that respect, there is, we all have a lot of time on our hands, so kind of a good time. When we're waking up, there's some really good things being put out there. And I just want to suggest one thing, if I may, before we move into some callers, is a documentary called Out of Shadows. I'm sorry, not the. This is quite an interesting film. It's been out since the 10th of April. Without delving too much into it, I just would recommend, if anyone's seeking to know more and to understand things, knowing that internally something isn't right. Go ahead, Ann.
About what goes on in the world right now. And things, I think that what we want to talk about also is that when we are awakening, and this time right now is exceptional. Mm-hmm. No one of us have ever experienced something like this. But as you and I always tend to think of the positive side of everything, because even things that look really bad have something positive in them. And as we are seeing this, is that whatever is dirty and negative is now coming up to the surface.
Right.
And one can actually think that that's very negative. But on the other hand, one can also say that it's needed, because like everything else, if there's things going on in the world that are not suitable for the world anymore and for all of people living here, then it needs to come to a change. So a part of a change, always that good things happen and all the bad things are coming up to the surface.
Right.
So with that being said, that's what I sense is going on right now. So I do really recommend this video because it's very interesting, and it gets you to start thinking about, what do I see? What's going on here?
Right. Well, I think too that there's an understanding that something isn't right, that something's off, and even if you can't quite figure out what that is, this particular documentary is a really great place to start. I don't want to give away too much information about it. I just want to kind of recommend everybody, if you've got time on your hands, and looking for something to do. Go ahead, Ann.
I also want to say that we tend to think, and I've been a very good doer of that thing, just wanting to focus on the positive. But of course, we want to create the positive, so we want to focus. But on the other hand, I've been sensing for a very long time, for years actually, without being able to put my finger onto anything, what's really going on. But it's like now when we are facing this very weird time, when a lot of countries are closed up and in like chaos all over the world. So that urges you to start looking into those parts that may not feel so comfortable. But I'm so happy that I actually did that, because we need to be aware not only of the positive, because it's a lot of negative things going on, and those needs to be understood so that one can make a choice about them. And if sometimes people can think that maybe I, as only one person, I can't do anything, but we can. If we are many, we can actually. And in the spiritual sense, we do that by radiating and trying to work the way for the positive. That's the spiritual way of doing things. And we can make choices. And for us to be able to make choices, we need to be aware.
Right.
So that's a good start. What do you say?
And I think, I totally agree. And I just want to reinstate, if you just go to www.outofshadows.org, this is where you will find this documentary. And I think when we speak, on this show, when you and I speak about things in the spiritual sense, basically, we always try to talk in the realm of positive, like you said. We always try to take the knowledge we know and the things we understand, and always have positive information. But how do I express that? I'm really trying to think how to express that one. But that positive derives from what we know is a negative, that we're aware that there is, the polarities of good, not so good, positive and negative. And and I think when we're trying to do something on the positive aspect, such as this show, we come from a place of understanding that, there are and was things that aren't so nice and that are dark. And light has to rise to the surface. And the only way to break through anything that's dark is for the light to be shown and to shine a light.
Yes.
And go ahead, Ann.
And I want to say that it's outofshadows.org. And if you are unsure, I did post the link on our website, scrollsofthesoul.com/live, scrollsofthesoul.com/live. So it's in the chat room. So it's outofshadows.org. We
Yeah.
really recommend that documentary.
Yep. Yeah, we sure do. And of course, if anyone in the audience, before we take a phone call, has something in their life that they've experienced where they've seen that veil start to come down and they're peeling that onion, as Anne says, and starting to become more aware and have an understanding of the spiritual realm. Maybe not know what per se, but to know that there is something happening. Let us know.
Yeah.
We love to hear when those who call in kind of step over that line and that veil peels away and things are starting to be seen. And that's a good thing. I say that and in the purest sense, that is the greatest thing that can happen to any of us because there's so much more clarity that comes through when this veil, so to speak, drops. Maybe not at first. It takes some time to understand what's happening. But basically, it's you connecting on that spiritual level and just recognizing there's something more here. There's something more going on. And I need to start understanding, what this is.
Yeah.
So that's kind of just a summary of what we, wanted to speak about today. There's so much more information we can get into. We don't want to leave too many callers hanging. We've got to pack.
No, I think we actually, I think we have to start taking the call.
Yeah.
And I think we need to be a little bit faster than usual so we can talk
we
to
can
as
try.
many as possible today. Yes.
We'll try. Listen, we're on every Thursday. If we don't get your call, you can always call back. We'll do our best. All right, Sissy, I'm taking a call.
Okay.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi. Good morning. This is Donna, and I'm in California.
Hi, Donna. How are
Hi,
you?
Donna.
How's it going in Cali?
Hi. Pretty hot. It's like in the 80s. It's pretty at 86. It's pretty warm. We must be having a
tell me.
wave.
It's supposed to be 100 in Arizona this weekend.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Warm.
So how's it going? Did you hear the topic? Is there anything you'd like to contribute, or are you just looking for a reading?
Yeah, I would like a mini reading, please.
Sure. Is there anything specific?
Finance. Well, there's nobody in my life. I'm all by myself. I would like to meet someone a little older now. I'm 66. And also finances, if they get better, because I've been getting little messages. So I'm just waiting,
Really? You've been getting messages.
Nice.
That's very nice. That kind of goes with exactly what we're talking about. If you don't mind me asking, what type of messages are you getting?
Well, I meditate every morning, and I was praying, and I asked God to bring in a partner and more abundance. And I got a message. I don't know where it came from, higher self, angels, I don't know, but the message was it's coming soon. And then I felt all this heart and this lovely heart energy. It was so soft and loving and gentle in the heart area. And then I got another message from my mom, who's on the other side, and she said that I was going to be rewarded.
Well, I'm going to confirm some of that, what you were talking about with the Archangel's Oracle card. I was mixing as you were talking, and what came out was spiritual understanding, right as you were answering. So that's a confirmation that that you're bringing forth the esoteric information, and the symbols are also showing themselves. Something in symbology is revealing itself to you. And there's that spiritual truth that's coming in. So I know that doesn't answer your question, but it does kind of line up with what you were stating, and I thought that was interesting. And continue. One of the other things I'm hearing for you is about making sure you take your own power back as well. Use your, God-given powers of intention to manifest, because that's really when this is going to come about. It's going to come through you. So you're already on your road, on the road to doing that now. I am going to, however, douse and ask a little bit more, and while I do that, see if Anne has anything she could add to that.
Thank you.
Hi, Donna. Yes, I have, actually. I see that, regards to your question, if there's someone entering your life, I see you as a winner this time around. So it's like you finally are moving towards finding the love you are seeking. And with that comes also that you have kind of left the challenging parts behind you. That's how I see you. And I see that there will be a major change coming in, but a major change for the better, and then I see someone after that. So I would say it's very hard to give a timeline, but I would say a few weeks from now, so it doesn't feel to be a very long time. And this is with someone whom you will feel a very good chemistry from the beginning, but you may not think of this person as someone potential for a partner, and that's common too, because it's not only the passionate love and romantic love. This is a deeper kind of love, and it brings about love on many different levels. So maybe you connect as friends in the beginning, and then this develops into something else because you just met the person that you really feel that this is the one, and it's growing step by step. So does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does, because I like to start out as friends and then have it grow into something meaningful and with substance. Yes.
Wonderful. So we see Sue have anything else for you.
Just continue upward on this path. You're heading in the right direction. Everything you're doing is kind of setting the course for what's coming. I'm not seeing so much what Anne is seeing, but this is more about you and what you're doing as far as taking your power back and centering yourself and opening up and letting go. So this is all about you. All those other things that you're seeking, they're naturally going to come because you're doing that self-care first. You're doing the things you need to do. And so all the rest, all that good stuff, the abundance, is going to come in. It's just going to be this kind of natural thing that comes in, if that makes sense. So,
yeah.
So stick to it. That's definitely continue. Continue on this. Is there anything you're looking for more in the spiritual sense? Are you at a wall here?
In a spiritual sense?
No, is there something more?
I don't understand the question. I mean, I meditate every day. I do my prayers every day. I walk on the beach. I try to I take Epsom salt baths. I try to be very grounded. And I'm a pretty peaceful person throughout the day. And, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, very good.
Thank you.
Continue down that. And good luck. Keep us informed, how things go.
Yes.
I will.
And thank you so much, Donna. Thank you. Good
luck,
luck,
Donna.
Wish you the best.
Bye.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Okay. All right, Sissy. Let me move along here and grab another phone call.
Yes. So we are being Speedy Gonzalez today, both of us, right?
Yeah,
so
we're trying. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Lily, calling from Arizona.
Okay, honey. Say that name again because I didn't quite hear it.
Lily.
Lily. Welcome, Lily. You're
Lily.
calling from AZ, huh?
Hi.
Well, welcome. What can we do for you?
Oh, okay. How about okay, do you see me getting a new car or do you see me hanging on to the one I have?
Okay.
Vehicle.
Did I get that right? A new car or holding
Well,
on to the one you have?
a used new, yeah, or the one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to tell what I'm getting around this.
Go
This
ahead.
feels to be better to keep the one you have right now for a little while. It's your choice. I'm just saying to you what I'm sensing. And I've sensed there will be some opportunities coming your way later on during the summertime, maybe in a couple of months from now. So that would feel like a real good opportunity and bargain, possibly.
To get one.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So you think,
that's
so
from me. Yeah.
Lily, I agree with Ann as far as, just stick with what you have right now, and just because of the economy and how everything is, trying to bounce back.
They're going to start, they're going to start giving away stuff. Yeah.
Yep. You're going to be able to hit some deals. So just hang on a little bit longer. I'm actually seeing and hearing about 30 days. And just keep an eye, keep an eye what they put out there. And know that this time right now is a time where you have a lot of power as a consumer and use that power wisely, because you can, you can research on getting vehicles. And then when you do find something you like, if you use a couple different car companies, and I'm just trying to give you a tip here, kind of pitting them against each other, you're able to get more out of it. So just keep that in mind. There's, for instance,
I have another question.
So you see a car you like.
So do you feel, okay,
Go
so
ahead.
because the car is broken now, so you think it's something simple, you think it's fixable. That's what it sounds like, right?
Yeah. It's just both of us kind of hear that you're, hang on to this a little bit longer.
Okay.
For me, I see like this 30-day thing where you're going to have an advantage. It's going to be, in fact, it's going to be an advantage to a lot of consumers.
Yeah. So maybe you can
I don't even want to sell it. I don't want
to
to give it away, but I need another car, though.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to fix it up eventually. Yeah. It's not a bad car. It's real reliable, but I don't know. It's about that time for something crazy to happen to it. So,
right.
Okay.
Well, you're hitting the time. Believe me, you're coming up to the time where you're going to be able to bargain.
Okay.
So, have you ever gone to yard sales or sales, and you're bargaining with someone to purchase something? You talk them down a little bit. That's kind of what I see you being able to do. Just do a little compare shopping.
All right. Well, I'll see with my bad credit. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
All
Good
right.
luck.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Sissy, are we moving in? I don't want to grab another phone call yet. We're coming close to bottom of the hour.
Yes. So I can I promise I'll be very, very quick. Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody listening to us, thank you for calling us and participating with us, and we just love to be here with you. And if you haven't called in yet, now is a great time to call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number and press 1 on the keypad on your device if you want to talk with us live on the show. And on today's show, we hold open lines, and we have been talking about the veil is thin and getting thinner. And we also suggested to everybody to watch a documentary that's very informative and very good to see for anyone who wants. And we did post the link at scrollsofthesoul.com/live in the chat room, or you can go directly to the page where the movie is at outofshadows.org. outofshadows.org. And if you'd like to connect with me, Anne, or Sue, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And of course, you can always listen live on the player and text chat with us during our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. Scrollsofthesoul.com/live, and that's where the chat room is, of course. Our next upcoming show here on Scrolls of the Soul Radio is next Thursday, April 30th, with Soul Sisters Show, and we will be welcoming special guest Patricia Lee Zerman, discussing how can you honor you? How can you honor you? Plus your calls for questions and mini readings live on air. And we'll be on as usual, 10 a.m. Pacific in the U.S., 6 p.m. London, 7 p.m. Sweden, and 8 p.m. Greece in Europe. And you can always keep yourself updated on our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming. And we are a live call-in worldwide radio show broadcasting today from Arizona in the U.S. and Stockholm, Sweden. And if you haven't called in yet, now is a great time to call in at 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 213-943-3587. And why not visit us on YouTube? You can search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio directly on YouTube. And if you like us, please help us to raise our numbers, so please subscribe. And you can find short videos of upcoming shows on YouTube, and you can also find full past episodes from this year and forward. So, Sissy and everybody listening, I'm done. Move on.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I will move on to the next caller. So, hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi.
Melissa. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Haven't talked to you in about a week.
Hi.
Huh?
Hello. Yeah. I love your show. I learn a lot, and last time I spoke, I gotta tell you, you're right on. Even for myself to, you're right on what happened. So I would encourage anyone that listens to the show that take advice from y'all really seriously. I do have a question. Could you please? Yes, I do have a question, and it's a follow up. It's a follow up from the last conversation we had, and so right now, like you stated that it was going to be the public, and I believe there has been some complaints with the public, and the gentleman that him and I was. Do you see any changes have occurred concerning that the ownership was going to remove her due to the public? I believe they have something happened. But they spoke up, which she did, and of course, if the gentleman has been able to clear this deception that he was told by her and 2-3 other people.
Now, are you still taking that step back that we talked about the last time we talked about this? Because that keeps coming back in for you. Like, just be the observer as if you're in a movie, watching a play, let's say, and you're just observing the storyline. And the reason I hear that for you is that's actually going to keep you protected from the negative that's involved here, if that makes sense. And as you know, there's a lot of negative involved. And as far as, like you said, the public, be patient. Be patient about it. Be the observer. The events that need to unfold are behind the scenes, so to speak. So you're not going to have all the answers you would like, but know that things are evolving. They continue evolving. And the best way for you, like I said, is just to be that audience member observing the play, so to speak. It's like I said, things are going on behind the scenes that not all the answers are there for you yet. If that makes sense.
Yes,
But,
yes. Let me ask you: is a gentleman going to be able to clear this? I know things are evolving. But I think she's gonna be. Go ahead.
Anne, are you picking up anything?
Yes.
From Melissa.
Hi, Melissa. This is Anne. So I'm going to tell you what I get around this. I sense that there are some news coming in, and just like Sue said, there's nothing that you can actually do because you are better off if you take the place of the observer and just observe. And I know that it's very hard sometimes because when we just need to observe and trust things, it's not an easy thing to do, but sometimes that's the very best because we want to not participate in growing certain energies that are not very pleasant. So I do have a feeling that you are going to get a message quite soon that will give you some signs and some understandings that this is actually coming to a much better place and that he will be able to clear this. And I see a major, major, major change. And this change shows me that how things have been going on, that's going to go away. It's going to die off. So after that, there's a time and space and room to breathe and to move forward. So I don't sense this is going to take such a long time. I feel it's a matter of weeks rather than anything else. And I see that also there's a lot of strength needed here and also trust, but just trust in the process. And I do understand it's very hard because I'm not the best one to do that either. But sometimes you just have to. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Melissa.
Yes, yeah, it makes sense. Please.
Hello?
Melissa? Okay. Well, I'm going to just put you on hold, love, because I'm not hearing anything. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we might have lost her. Melissa, just keep us, if you're still there and you can hear us, I just put you back on hold, love. Just update us. You know we're on every Thursday. You can always call back in next week. Or, you can always call back in next week. I would add one more tiny thing to what you were saying, which would be, there's something here with a licensing. Something about licensed or licensing. There's going to be an issue with this license. I don't know what that means. I hope it makes sense to you. But as you were talking, Anne, this is what I was seeing, the word license or licensing. So, be the observer, Melissa, that you're, I don't want to say safer, you're just better off observing right now. All right.
Yeah.
So, let's see, are you ready?
I'm sorry we lost her, but anyway, absolutely, move on.
Move on. Good luck, Melissa. Keep in touch.
Good luck, Melissa.
All right.
Thank you for calling. Yes. Keep us updated.
Thank you for calling. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hi. What's your name?
Hello.
Where are you calling from?
Hi, ladies. How are you? My name is Janet, and I'm calling from North Carolina.
Janet from North Carolina.
Janet.
How's it going over there?
Well, it's kind of tough. Been out of work for a month now, and no stimulus check, so it's been kind of tough.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I know.
But anyway, I don't know if what I've got going on is because the veil is thin or what, but I just want your lady's perspective on it. I lost several months ago, and I can feel this person's presence. I can hear them at times, just, in my head. And I don't know if that's actually happening or if I'm going crazy.
No, you're not.
I meditate,
and sometimes I can see like stars, and I can see a star like coming toward me, and it like splits in two. So I don't know if we were twin flames and that was what was going on, but I can just, and I know I've heard people say that people that have passed on don't miss you, but I can feel this. I can feel it.
Yes.
And
yes.
I just need you guys' perspective on it, because I'm new at this, and I mean it's just been something I've never went through in my life. I've lost many people in my lifetime that I was very close to, and this has just been a journey for me. I get every kind of bit of information I can get on anything spiritual, and I'm just searching.
Right.
Yes.
Well, this is your call is perfect timing. The topic we chose today. I don't know if you heard what Ann and I were discussing prior to taking phone calls, which is what we like to call the veil.
Yes,
yeah.
I was listening.
Did any of that kind of make sense as far as having that awareness, starting to see things and hear things that you had never before?
Yes, and I've got chills on me right now. You just saying that. But
I
have, and
that's your awakening.
I do want to comment also, and I don't know if this is anything at all, but I'm telling you, I usually am a very noticing person. I notice things, but ever since this coronavirus thing in my area, and I'm not looking for this, but I see these black birds, and I've heard other people tell me the same thing, and it's just crazy. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I mean, I just feel like it's something to it. I don't know what it is.
Can I ask you something? Do you have this sense that there's a battle? Do you have a sense that there's kind of this dark and light type of battle?
I do.
I think that's what you're seeing in front of you, okay? As far as the birds. I know a lot of people are seeing these, so I know exactly what you're talking about. That is definitely the veil dropping for everyone and the spiritual battle that's going on right now. One of the things Ann and I spoke about was this particular documentary. I would suggest, when you have time on your hands and nothing to do.
Yeah, I wrote down the information. I'm going to definitely check it out.
But with that being said, as far as you, what I want you to do, one of the first things I want you to do is ask for protection. So ask that your guardian angels come in and protect you. Do a little bit of meditative work, which is just simply shutting your eyes, feeling the ground below you, and grounding yourself, asking for source, however you choose to believe God is for you, and your own guardian angels to come in and protect you. Do it once a day. Imagine that you're in this light, you're in this white light of love, and that you are being protected. When you start to receive information, the other aspect to that would be start journaling. Start writing this down, because even if it doesn't make sense,
I have been journaling for months. I've been journaling for months and meditating.
Great. Yeah, keep that up.
Very good.
Because answers are going to come out later, so it may not make sense now. See, this is the thing about the veil, so to speak, dropping, is we get a lot of information all at once. We don't know what it means. We're trying to make sense of it. So the purpose of you grounding yourself is about centering. You're finding your center. You're centering everything. You're getting the chakras all to align up because you are spiritually connecting.
And I do that also. I do that also.
And because you're doing that, you're gaining more. You're hearing more. You're not going crazy. Okay, you're not going crazy. I know you feel like you are, right?
Yeah, I do, and I'm scared to even tell anyone about this because I know they're going to think, well, she's really lost it, because I've never thought on these terms before, I really haven't,
Right.
and so I don't know what's going on, but from what I told you, do you feel like this person is doing this?
I think there's definitely some communication going on, and because you are peeling off those layers, those thick layers, and starting to see, kind of with the third eye, starting to see. Now you're just getting bombarded with the senses are heightened, and you're getting completely bombarded. One of the things I want to make sure you do is when that comes in, that you always, have that protection first, because we have to be able to distinguish who we're hearing from. I'm not picking up on it, but Anne might be. So I'm going to actually turn it over to Anne.
Hi, Janet. This is Anne. I have been listening.
Hi, Anne. Thank you.
I thank you too. Thank you for calling us, and I do fully agree with what Sue said. So it's a time. The good thing about this time we're going through is that things are really in for a change. So there's no stepping back, and that's a good thing, because there are so many things in our world here, our 3D world, that are not really the best options. So that's a very good thing. When it comes to this, you are sensing a soul close to you. I'm getting that it's actually a soulmate. Yes, it is. So you have a very strong connection. I can't say if it's a twin flame or not. I'm getting a soulmate, but in these days we tend to meet a lot of our soulmates and actually get to know them. It's more common, and I think we are blessed with, not right now, of course, because of what we are going through, but usually we are blessed with an open world. We can travel a lot, and we have possibilities to connect with each other. So that opens up generally the energies for us to find our soulmates. And I do have a feeling that this, I had the chills when you were speaking about this. So I was actually sitting here and freezing, and it's not as cold here. So
right.
It's a very strong energy. It's a very loving and warm energy. And I do also sense a playfulness with this energy that you shared with this person. And just feel good. Do what Sue said. Protect yourself and just be careful in that manner. But also, if you sense this soul around you, just ask, show me something, or what do you want me to know? Whatever is coming up for you, just like you and I are talking right now. So we tend to think that we need to approach souls that have transitioned over in a different manner, and sometimes they just can't simply communicate, but they can hear us much better than we can hear them. So pay attention after that. What's going on? What do you think? What's occurring around you? What do you hear someone else saying, etc.? So that will give you a hint. And be a little bit patient, because they tend to be, when they are understanding that we are open, they tend to increase they're trying to talk to us. And also, it's very common to have messages while we are sleeping. So keep a journal.
And see, that's the crazy thing. I know I dream, but I cannot remember them. I cannot remember them. And it's just like I generally burn like a candle in front of this person's picture. And I've had several candles, and they're the ones that are in like the cup white thing. And it'll dry like a heart, a perfect heart.
Wow. Anne and I know about that.
I've got pictures. I have got pictures of it. It is the craziest thing. And I was like, I've never had this to happen before. And, even when I meditate, sometimes I see things like in cloud shapes, it's like the night sky, but it's shapes taking form. It will be hearts, and I can see this person's face outlined like in white. It's like in a white cloud is what it is, but it's not like a photograph.
Janet, Anne and I both have had that experience with candles.
Yes,
we know exactly what you're talking. Oh my God, are you close to a computer?
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Could you, I'm going to ask Ann to do this if she can. There's a card I pulled for you, and there's an image, and this is what I'm visually seeing for you when I talked about center. As you and Ann were talking, this card came up. It's about trust. If you can get over to our page.
Our chat room.
In our chat room. So it would be www.scrollsofthesoul.com/live. There's a chat room, and if you scroll down, click the image and just posted. This is the card I pulled for you, and I feel it's important you see it.
Okay.
Yes.
So these are the deck I was using was spirit messages, and so I just felt like this was appropriate for you, and you needed to see it.
Okay.
You're not going crazy. You are not going crazy. You are just being so bombarded with so much great information, love. My mind is just spinning. I'm trying to spit it all out for you. That it's really hard when you go from 0 to 100 really fast, and there's all that stuff that comes in. So it's hard to kind of understand what it all is. But I
it's
can
just
tell you,
like I have this feeling that I have to keep searching. I mean, you don't know the hours that I spend on the computer, on YouTube, on listening to things. You just don't know. I mean, I'm just.
Oh, I understand.
I mean, it's just like I'm searching, and I'm like a sponge trying to absorb everything, to find the answers and, to make sure I'm not going crazy.
Right.
No, you're not going crazy.
Listen, the website we sent you to, that's Ann and myself. You can contact us after the show anytime. If you're looking for something more extensive, this is what we do outside of the radio show.
Okay.
So you're welcome to go there and look for either Ann or myself, and we can further help you along.
Well, I hear some people talk about different things and their opinions and views, and sometimes it just does not. I don't know any other word to say, but resonate. I've heard that word so much. But it just don't fit well with my spirit. And I'm like, for me, it's not like that, and I have to do what my heart feels right in my heart, And so that's what I try to do, because so many people have different views and different ways they do things. And, I have to do what I feel like is right in my heart. And
Ann and I, one thing we try to always stipulate is that, this is non-judgmental. I don't care what religion you are or whether you're a religion or not. That holds no bearing, because that would mean I'm standing in judgment, and I just don't do that.
And see, that's what I mean by I don't that don't make any difference to me. It's just what feels right, what feels like it connects with me as an inner person, That's just the way I feel about it. Well, thank you, ladies, so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time.
Listen,
I
Janet,
really do appreciate it.
We're on.
Thank you so much, Janet.
Keep us informed. Keep us informed of how you're doing and how things are going. You're definitely on your way.
It's been a journey. It really has, and it's been almost 10 months, and it feels like it's been a lifetime. But it's it's been a struggle for me. Losing this person has been a very tremendous struggle for me.
I completely
it's
understand.
More than just grief. It's more than grief. I know that. It's what I'm experiencing. It's not only just grief, It's not.
Yep. Listen, I lost 5 family members in a row. After 2009, I had 5 family members in less than 3 years. I completely understand where you're coming from. Completely.
But this is different for me, but it has definitely opened up my spirit to know that there is something after we pass this world, and that is, I know it. Some people can say, whether you want to call it heaven or whatever. A lot of people say, well, how do you know? I know I'm going to heaven. I know that now. I know it. And so that is comforting to me,
Right.
It's comforting to me.
Right.
So,
yes.
But,
all right. Well, listen, we've got to move on. We've got other callers.
Okay.
Please keep us informed or contact us through the page. No judgment.
I
Don't
will.
worry about it. All right.
I will.
God bless you.
I will. Thank you so much.
Good luck
God
with
bless
everything.
you, ladies. Thank you.
Blessings. Many
you so
blessings.
much.
And thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Sissy. Let me move on. And like I said, Jana, I just feel that things are going to work out for her. I really do. It's a lot to receive right now. It really is.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay. All right, Sissy, I'm going to move on. Give me a second. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, ladies. This is Regina.
Hi, Regina.
Hi, Regina.
Where are you calling from, Regina?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm calling from Georgia.
Georgia. Oh, how's it going down there? You guys starting to open up a little bit?
They try to do it tomorrow slowly, but a lot of people are not feeling that. So I'm not going out like that. No, I go out when I want to go out places. I'm not doing it now. So
no, just
and I think a lot of
do
people
what
want
you're
to do
comfortable with.
Yes, definitely.
I know you guys are opening up more out there. You gotta start somewhere. You have to definitely start somewhere. So what can we do for you?
Yes, I am still working as a contractor for the health insurance because I know I've talked to you guys about that before, and so now I'm working from home. So it's been about a month now since working from home, and of course I understand the standstill of what's going on in the world. But I just want to see with something opening up for me after like this list is up or instability coming in as far as career.
I actually, before I go on, I actually see August. August was the first thing that came in. The beginning of August, when there's going to be some things are going to start to turn around and be more available. That's
so you
the
see
date that comes in.
So you see that I would stay in with the health insurance
I'm still seeing Georgia right now.
Right. I couldn't move anyway if I wanted to.
I'm still seeing it. It's very pretty. Are you kind of like in the backwoods area or a wooded area, kind of suburbs?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. I live in a house.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's very pretty. That's where you're at. Let me see if Ann is picking up anything. Ann, do you have anything for Regina?
Yes. Hi, Regina. I actually sense that you have a good time ahead of you. So it's generally very good, actually. So I do see that if you want to have something more stable, I mean being more stable at your work, maybe even have some choices to think about. So I feel that that's going to come to you. It's like you have multiple choices coming along in some time from now. So it's up to you what you want to choose. I think that you can work from home as you are, and I think that there are some other options. I don't see anything about a move, but if you would like to, I think that's open to you as well. What I do see, I have the star for you, and that's a beautiful card. That always, it's like having all the things you need in your hands. at some point. So it's like making those wishes and working towards them to make them being manifested in your life. So I think that you have a great possibility for that one. Bring out the power within you when things are settling down a little bit in the world here. Have a little patience and then start to put in the efforts where you want them to be. So that's going to help you. And I think that you will be presented with choices. So think about what's most in alignment with you and choose to move forward with that. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, yeah. I mean, of course, I want to have more than one choice because you just never know. I mean, it's not always. I'm always looking for that one. It's better to have choices and options anyway. And when you look at it, I was just trying to see, like, would I still stay being a contractor with the health insurance, or do you see me actually being an employee of the health insurance company that I work with?
Well, Ann is doing that, Regina. Can I just chime in real quick? There is August is a kind of a stamped time, and that's when the answer you seek is going to be available come August. It's just coming in very finite for you. Just August is looking in for me visually. So I think, the more clarity is going to come in. You're going to have your answer by then. And options, too. There's going to be options in August.
Options. So, I think that you can choose between both of those options. So just think really carefully about when you are seeing them. And I think it's going to take a little time, so all this sounds very possible, just like Sue is saying. So think a little bit about how can you prepare yourself from now. So if you would like to be your own, how could you prepare things so that if you want to make that choice at some point during the summer here or August, that you can just move forward with that, because that takes a little more preparation, right? So instead of thinking that you just need to frame yourself, open up the doors so that you can meet the possibilities when they are coming. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, and that's why I wasn't really stressing about, I got to find a job, because at least I am working and I'm working from home.
Right.
So, but I would just, and plus I'm not having really apply like I should, but it is what it is right now, and I just want to see what they're still going to be options available after. Because we know about the unemployment, so it's really crazy.
Right. Yes. Well, the engine of this thing has got to get started, and it is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm always thinking in the terms of when I'm presented with choices, because sometimes it feels very, you feel very tempted to take on a lot of things that you're presented with, right? But a very good thing is to, apply for jobs. If you find that you're interested, you could see yourself being there. And also start the process of thinking, how can you manage and how can you organize things if you're going to be on your own? So that way you send out your intentions to the universe, and you can just say no if you get a job that you see that, no, I did decide here because I found the better option to be my own. So I mean that the choice is always yours, and when we are opening up the doors, we are telling the universe to help us bring about our options. So we usually end up with more options than we have been thinking about. So that's a very good thing to do. I hope I didn't sound fuzzy.
No, you didn't. I followed you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Listen, Regina, you can always call us back too. Let us know if things are going for you.
Definitely.
I'd be really curious, but I think you're going to be fine. You're in a good position right now, and things are actually going to be fine for you. So
Okay. All right.
just
Good.
hang in there.
You know. Oh yeah, I will. I always have.
Yep. All right, Regina.
You guys take care.
You too. God bless.
You too. You too. Bye. Bless you. Bless you.
Bye. Okay. So do we want to take one more call, Sissy?
Yeah, shoot. Go ahead. Shoot.
Hey, sure. Okay, that's think of another way of expressing that. All right, hang on.
Yes.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name's Pat. I'm actually in a store right now. I'm afraid there might be background noise for a while. Should I go outside?
There is, Pat. Yeah, it might be a good idea.
I'll be right back.
That's okay.
Phone call. Okay, I'm leaving the store.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay. Hope you're both well, enjoying the show.
You too.
As far as the veil, I've been rooting for the veil thinning for years. You know, every time Halloween comes, there's talk about it, and I'm like, yay. I honestly don't know if it's been thinning more because everything's been happening, you know, since about January. So many changes, so it's hard to tell which is which. That's my only comment about that, but I'd love to ask a question.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Can you help me with a block? I don't even know if it's a block, but I have a commissioned painting that is almost 2 years overdue. I'm absolutely mortified to say that. I've never had this problem before, and I've been trying to figure out what to do to get through this block and simply get up and start painting. I mean, what a gift, you know, to have this commission, and I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
So you agree as far as the veil, and you've been waiting for that, right? That's what you did say.
Oh, yeah, I cheer it on, the thinning all the time.
Yeah.
That's an exciting thing.
Right, and that is continuing for you as well. This is the time where it's coming in nice and strong for you.
Oh, good.
I'm going to actually ask Anne if she can take that on first before I do. Anne, are you picking up anything?
Yes. I sense that sometimes, you know, when we feel that there's a blockage that are preventing us from doing something that we basically know we love, we are passionate about that, that is the time when we need to go within and have a real look. So if you want to journal for a few days or a week or 10 days or a couple of weeks so that you can get an understanding of how you feel about things and what's coming up for you, because that's going to give you a clue. I'm sensing that this has to do with something within you that are preventing you from seeing things more clear. And sometimes because we have been speaking about the veil as well, it's a very special time right now because it's both challenging and also we are having much more time to spend with self, meaning that things come to surface. Things come to surface in the world, and there's discussions all over the place about all and anything, right? So that's going on within us too. So basically the world many times can be seen as a reflection of ourselves. So now the blessing with this time is that we have more time to go within. And we are really social creatures, so having that social distancing, that's a challenging part, right? But on the other hand, just have a look at that and take something and try to make those paintings or drawings or how you want to express yourself. Just play with it without being judgmental to yourself and see what's coming out. I have a feeling that maybe a reason why it's not coming out right now for you in the manner that you are used to, that this is going to be expressed from you. It's that you are also in within a change what you are going to express. So maybe you are going to start to express some more things that would make more sense to people in the manner. How can I express this? Now I sound really weird. I want to tell you that yes, I'm sorry for that. It feels like you are changing your way of expressing yourself so that you can connect, or people can connect with your work in a different manner. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
That does a little bit. In fact, that's something I wondered. Yeah, but it's been 2 years. It's not something that's because of the change in the world and stuff like that and isolation. This is 2 years that I've been looking at it and struggling with it. And I wondered the other day. Huh?
A lot of blockage going on.
I don't know. I've never had this problem before with commissioned work.
Yeah. Yeah, to
2 years
confirm
worth.
Something Ann said, what I visually see, quite honestly, as if there are, it's like a puzzle. So you have many pieces you need to paint for some reason, or create in order to create the picture.
You're right. Go ahead.
Does that make sense? Yeah, I just see like one puzzle piece on a canvas. Then there's another puzzle. So I don't know how many canvases you got to create, but there's definitely this
You're
puzzle.
Exactly right. It's a huge canvas, and it's 8 different cats. You're exactly right. That's what you're picking up on.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to figure out, why am I seeing like puzzle pieces? But that's what it is.
Exactly. That's it.
Okay. So was it something you didn't break it down in that manner, and maybe you needed to kind of separate out the pieces before you put it together?
No.
Or you did?
No. It's all separate in the sense that all these cats lived at different lives. Some are dead. Very few are alive.
Right.
Different photographs, some black and white, some, where they're moving. I think that's what you're picking up on.
Right.
But I've never had a problem with that before either.
With bringing it all together?
Exactly.
Right. So what if, just a hypothetical, what if you didn't and they were kind of canvassed in such a way where I can see it in my head, but I can't necessarily say it correctly, as if the pieces were not put together. Kind of like not being able to line up the puzzle pieces, but yet it would still make sense when you looked at all 8 pieces.
No, it has to be because, it's an oil painting, it's a formal painting.
Right.
All these cats have to be sitting on things, and they're in a jungle, so I can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the pieces are going to come together. It's just a matter of lining up, and I know you know what I'm saying. And it's going to come. It's going to. But you're on the clock here, aren't you?
Well, I've 2 years. It's almost 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I know you'll do it. You will do it. It will come together. It's just those blockages that get in our way. It will come together.
Yeah. I can tell that a few years ago I was having some blockages, because we all are. It's like peeling that famous onion. And sometimes when things are really deep and even if we think that we know how to handle them, it takes some time. So I was sitting more than 2 years before I could move myself over the doorstep and move forward. So that took a long while. Yeah.
But you know what? I've got money waiting. It's like, of all the times, I should be so motivated to do this. It's a large amount of money. It's just, it's really confounded me. I can always get through the blocks of painting. I don't know. I can't seem to find an answer. Okay. Well,
all right.
Thank you so much.
Pat, good luck with it. Things will it'll evolve. Take care.
Thank you. God bless
you. Take care. Thank you so much.
God bless
Blessings.
you too. Bye.
Blessings. Bye.
All right, Sissy. I see we're coming up to having to wrap this up. Looks like
yes.
that.
I think that's a good idea because we don't have so much time left, right?
Yeah.
So, thank you everybody for calling in and participating with us. And once again, we have a link to a documentary we do recommend in our chat room, and you can go to scrollsofthesoul.com/live to find that. And also for you, Janet, there's a card in there for you. And on today's show, we held open lines, and we have been talking about the veil is thin and getting thinner. And that's very interesting because it's kind of, I think it's a process of more than right now, but it feels like we are at a culmin right now for things to kind of change around us. So it can feel positive and negative and weird, and a lot of things can come up for us. Our next upcoming show here on Scholars of the Soul Radio is next Thursday, April 30th, with Soul Sister Show, welcoming special guest Patricia Lee Zerman, discussing how can you honor you. And Patricia has also published a book, so we're going to talk with her. She's very experienced in the spiritual realm. And we will take your calls for questions and free mini readings live on air. We are on same time as usual, 10 a.m. Pacific in the U.S., 6 p.m. London, 7 p.m. Sweden, and 8 p.m. Greece in Europe. And you can always listen to replays of all our shows anytime at scrollsofthesoul.com/past. scrollsofthesoul.com/past. And you can keep yourself updated on our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming, scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming. And of course, you can go to our YouTube channel. So on YouTube, just search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio, and you can find hints, short videos of upcoming shows, and also full past episodes from this year and forward. And remember that you can always listen live and text chat with us during our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And today you can find a link to a very interesting documentary at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And if you'd like to connect with Sue or myself, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And if we didn't have a chance to take your call today, please call into our next show. And you can always go to scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming to see when that is. And that will be next Thursday, April 30th. And thank you all for listening and calling in and participating with us. And we are back next Thursday, April 30th, with Soul Sister Show, welcoming special guest Patricia Lee Zerman, discussing how can you honor you. So she has a very good recommendation on how you can get along with things. And she has been writing a book. I'm very excited too. Sue, by the way, Sissy, do you have anything you want to tell the listeners before the show ends?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for entrusting us with your questions. We really do appreciate it. And we're always very grateful that you give us a call and that you call us back and let us know how things are going. We really can't thank you enough. We really do appreciate it. With that being said, I just do a quick shout out to my mom. Angels watch over you all night long.
And I say love, light, peace, and joy to all of you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.